Encik, kami pelajar UMK, pelajar tahun 1 bagi subjek gelagat usahawan. Kami diminta untuk interview seorang usahawan. Jadi saya dan kawan-kawan saya ke sini untuk temu duga Encik. Nama saya Anusha.
Saya Wong Mei Sing.
Saya Lai Sinro. Selamat petang. Bolehkah Abang memperkenalkan diri dulu dengan nama penuh?
Nama saya Muhammad Syazrul Afiq bin Samsul Arafah, tinggal di Bacok.
Oh, baca. Okey. Umur berapa sekarang?
Umur 26.
Oh, okey. Asal dari Kelantan juga ya?
Ya, Kelantan.
Okey. Apa nama kedai makanan sini?
Chandra Chicken Chop.
Chandra Chicken Chop.
Oh. Tahun berapa yang dimula buka kedai ini?
Dan ini tahun 2004, 2003.
Oh, 2003.
Ada tak apa sebab yang mendorong buka kedai ini ke?
Masalah ni tak ada lagi.
Ada lagi. Masa yang buka kedai ini kan ada sesiapa yang bantu untuk buka ke?
Keluarga.
Keluarga. Maksud macam bagi cadangan
Keluarga semua.
gitu.
Siapa di sekeliling abang juga menjalankan perniagaan kedai makanan?
Ada saudara mara ada.
Oh, saudara mara. Lepas siapakah kebanyakan pelanggan yang datang di kedai makan?
Kebanyakan pelajar universiti.
Pelajar UMK. Yang apakah waktu operasi kedai makanan abang dari pukul berapa buka hingga pukul berapa?
Pukul 12 tengah hari sampai 12 malam.
Oh.
Nak tanya, sebelum memulakan perniagaan kedai ni, ada tak family ke atau bos buat pekerja lain?
Tak ada, memang asal ni ke.
Nak tanya, niat nak menjadi usahawan ni dalam umur berapa?
Dari kecil sekolah kan.
Memang nak ada buat bisnes lah. Nak tanya cabaran buka kedai ni, ada tak apa-apa cabaran macam ada pesaing ke?
Cabaran saya tu memang
ada lah.
suka.
So macam ada tak kedai lain yang bersebelahan?
Ada.
Ada tak masalah bila nak buka kedai ni?
Masalah kalau pertama keuangan lah mula-mula.
Selain tu?
Itu tak ada.
Apa macam nama kedai ni apa Chandra Chicken Chop So memang special kedai ni chicken chop. Selain tu ada jugalah jual masakan panas.
Ada.
Terima kasih.
Selamat sejahtera. We are from Group 11. We have going to present about the entrepreneur profile. My name is Lai Sinro, number matric C23A1291. I'm going to present about the introduction. The introduction for the entrepreneur profile. Entrepreneurship is an important driver of economic development and plays a key role in job creation and innovation. This profile focuses on entrepreneurs in the food industry, which not only meets basic human needs but also provides a variety of dynamic and challenging business opportunities. Our children's entrepreneur is Mr. Muhammad Syazrul Afiq bin Samsul Arafah, who is the owner of the Chandra Chicken Chop restaurant. Let's be overview of Chandra Chicken Chop restaurant. Central Chicken Shop restaurant was started in 2020 and the restaurant is located in Bachok, Kelantan. The restaurant has grown from a small family-run establishment to a well-known restaurant, especially popular among University Malaysia Kelantan students. The unwavering support of his family played a crucial role, and his extensive culinary expertise contributed significantly to the restaurant's success. Next, restaurant background. The report begins with a comprehensive background on Central Chicken Shop, focusing on its origins, development, and current status. And we explore how the restaurant has evolved over the years, expanding its capacity and menu to cater to its growing customer base. For entrepreneurial journey, we review Mr. Saru's personal experience before starting his own business. Despite this, his lifelong dream was to own a restaurant. He took the initiative to acquire the required knowledge and skill to lay the foundation for the establishment of Sandra Chicken Shop restaurant. Next, overcoming challenges. The Standard Chicken Shop restaurant faced still competitions in its early year. A strong focus on customer satisfaction helped the restaurant overcome these challenges, and building a loyal customer base was critical to its success. Furthermore, we explore the explorational aspect of Central Chicken Shop restaurant, including its business model and staffing. Highlight the challenges it faced in the initial years and how effective business strategy helped overcome them. And the last, key success factor. The key factor that contribute the restaurant success include the quality of food and excellent customer service. Understand customer needs was essential for sustaining the business. And the restaurant strategies, locations also played an important role in its success.
My name is Anusha Anak Perempuan Jagan. My metric number is C23B1558. Today I am going to present about entrepreneur background. At just 26 years old, Muhammad Shazrul Afiq bin Samsul Arafah, a Kelantan-born Malay entrepreneur, has already made significant strides in business world. Growing up in a family deeply rooted in entrepreneurship, he was inspired from a young age to follow in their footsteps. This early exposure to the world of business fueled his ambition and honed his skills, allowing him to take over his family business seamlessly. Building on this foundation, he launched his own venture, a food stall named Chandra Chicken Chop. His new business reflects not only his personal passion for food but also a dedication to continue his family legacy. Chandra Chicken Chop has quickly become a local favorite, offering delicious, high quality meals that resonate with the community's tastes and traditions. Mohammad Shazrul Afiq's entrepreneurial journey is a testament to his hard work, innovative spirit, and the influence of his entrepreneurial upbringing. Thank you.
Okay, the next is company background. The name of restaurant is Chandra Chicken Shop and established in ATF103. Sandra Chicken Chop, one of the famous restaurants in area of University Nation London, especially among students here. This is because they are very food and drink menu that attract the attention of students. In addition, owner of this restaurant is Mr. Shazwal Afiq bin Samsul Arafah. Is an aviation entrepreneur since childhood to establish a restaurant business with the support of his family and close friends. The type of business run by the owner of this restaurant is sole proprietorship. He, he uses his own budget without making loans to others, and the owner of this restaurant is fully supported by his own family to establish a restaurant. Various challenges have been faced by the Sandra Chicken Chop restaurant, one of which is competing with other restaurants in the same area such as having the same food menu. The target customers who come to eat at the restaurant or buy food or drink are UMK students, especially female students come to eat or buy food at this restaurant because they can easily walk to the restaurant. The number of employees working in this restaurant is mainly 3 to 4 people and they are helped by their own family. And lastly, restaurant Chandra Chicken Shop operate from 12 noon to 12 midnight.
The entrepreneur before starting the venture's working experiment. The entrepreneur did not engage in any occupation before starting the business. The decision makes his entry into the professional world, making entrepreneurship his first job and career choice. Next, intention of being an entrepreneur.
The
The
store
store
opened
opened
in
in 2022.
2023.
The entrepreneur has dreamed for owning and running his own business since childhood. He showed a strong entrepreneurial spirit and entrepreneurial character from a young age, developing a strong interest in entrepreneurship as a child. Often imagines various business ideas and dreams of turning them into reality. Despite having not professional experience, he prepared by reading books on business and entrepreneurship, pay attention to market trends and industry trends, learn of the experiment and lesson of successful entrepreneur. The dream of starting a business motivated him throughout his life, used his goal as motivation to overcome difficulties and challenges. Starting a business was a way to really professional volume, pressure dream and test his skill and wisdoms. Decided the time was right in 2022 and opened the store. The process was full and full of challenge, excitement and success. Each stage towards success brought happiness and satisfaction, being the result of years of hard work. The store is his first job and an important milestone in his life, made his transformation from a dreamer to a true entrepreneur, proved his persistence and determination. A parent background. No special backgrounds or correct relate to business or entrepreneurships. Live ordinary life and ordinary job and not commitment social selection of risk business experiment. Despite their lack of business experiment, the parents get great support and encouragement to their child dreams, believe in the importance of dreams, and the ability to enhance growth through handwork. In the early days for starting the business, the parent become the entrepreneur's strongest support, provide moral encouragement and practical help. Share more household chores to allow the entrepreneur to focus on his project, provide valuable advice based on life experience and windows, such as dating with others and facing setbacks, may has provide financial support, even leaving for Bulgarians to do so. Priority their child speaks over their own comfort. In government and love helps the entrepreneur regain confidence during difficulties and confusions. The entrepreneur feels the power of his parents' love and support to hold his generous. Parent support allows stable development in the early stage of the business, provide psychology, comfort, and motivation.
Thank you to my friends. And now I want to continue my part. First, my name is Nurul Shamira binti Afran, C23E13667. My part is the entrepreneur at the time he started the venture. First, main motivation to start. The main motivation of Encik Shazrul Afiq bin Samsul Arafah, known as Shazrul, to start a business is to be independent. This is because since childhood his parents have taught him to be independent without depending on others. The second motivation of Encik Shazrul Afiq bin Shamsul Arafah to start a business is to cover family expenses. From his school days, Mrs. Shazrul wanted to open a restaurant, or more clearly wanted to become an entrepreneur. Mrs. Shazrul has children and a wife, two rise and retires only depending on an insufficient salary due to the high cost of living. Next, what was his goal when he started business? At the time Mrs. Shazrul started venturing into the business field, he already had a goal of providing facilities for University Malaysia Kelantan students to find and get food. This is said to be so because at the time there were no restaurants in the area around the university. In addition, Chandra shop also offer reasonable food price because he knows students don't have much money to buy food and they also need to be frugal with the money they have. Mrs. Shazrul also has a goal to expand his restaurant business around Kelantan, but before that, he wants to stabilize his restaurant in Bachok first and upgrade it one by one after his restaurant is stable and build more loyal customers. Mrs. Shazro will go find another right and strategic place to expand his restaurant. And next, available resource before starting. As for knowledge about business, since Mrs. Shazro had worked in a stall or bazaar before, he used the knowledge gained from that work experience to run a restaurant's business. As for the capital, Mrs. Shazro used his own capital without taking a loan from the bank. This is because Mrs. Shazro is the type of person who does not like to be burdened with bank loan and bear the burden of debt in the future. Next, network type. As we know, having a wide network is very important to grow a business. So Chandra Chicken Chop used various applications as its business network to promote its business worldwide. For example, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. In addition, Chandra Chicken Chop has also provided service reservation by phone. For those who want to order or make a reservation by phone, can contact Chandra Chicken Chop at 019-680-4122. And next, regulating at the initial level of business, serious or not? And the answer is seriously. In Mrs. Shazro's opinion, to be successful in a business, he must seriously control everything. This is because it is not easy to open a small business. There are many things he has to take care of and sacrifice. Furthermore, it also uses a large amount of capital when starting a business, requires a serious commitment to make this business a success. Next, risk orientation of the early start. Risk orientation is a common thing that entrepreneurs will face when starting a business. There are too many risk orientation that Mrs. Shazra has to face when starting a business. Firstly, in the beginning, since the restaurant was still new in the university area, they lacked customers because people still didn't know the existence of Chandra Chicken Chop at that time. Chandra Chicken Chop is also short of workers. This is because Mrs. Shazro had to do many things himself. In addition, Mrs. Shazro had to close his restaurant early than usual if he was too tired to work. Later, the Chandra Chicken Chop restaurant also had to deal with a competitive restaurant. As we know, running a restaurant business is one of the popular business among entrepreneurs. This is because Chandra Chicken Chop has to face high competition from other restaurants. The neck of risk is to prevent customers from getting unclean and poisonous food. Food poisoning is one of things that can harm a business. This is because it will have a bad effect on the image of the restaurant. Next, business plan. When Mrs. Shazrol started as an entrepreneur. The business plan he wanted to achieve was that he wanted to expand his business so that his restaurant business would last until the next generation. He also plans to open a new branch of his restaurant, not only in the UMK area, but around the state, which is Kelantan. Next, Mr. Shazrol's business plan also want to create a new menu and tasty recipes to make it more diverse to attract new customers. This plan can provide and increase the number of regular customers. The new menu for regular customers will make them interested to keep coming to Chandra Chicken Chop restaurant. Next, preparation to start. Planning preparation is the most important thing when starting a business because every entrepreneur wants capital, so Mr. Shazrul said he needs time for him to have enough capital so that he can start his own business. Next, the preparation Mrs. Shazrul needs is the knowledge of cooking and serving for him before opening a restaurant. Mrs. Shazrul said he has to learn it from everyone around him because he also has experience. Mrs. Shazrul also learned to cook from previous work experience. Experience is also important for preparing to start a business. Experience. Experience is also important for preparing to start a new business. Experience also helps solve problems when they come. Like it will be easier to solve it because the owner already has the same problem. So Mrs. Shazro can handle and run the business smoothly. Having business knowledge to prepare can help the owner manage the restaurant well. In addition, it will also help to do restaurant marketing to promote the name such as advertising and others. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, the last is conclusion. Success in business, especially the Sandra Chicken Chop restaurant, should provide exactly customer service, effective marketing strategy, and provision for smart financial management. In conclusion, there are several factors for the key to business success, especially in restaurant, is to provide quality food and good customer service. Next is understanding the needs of customer. In addition, is strategy location is also important in running a successful restaurant business. And then provide interesting decoration or design in the restaurant is also important to achieve success in business. Clean lines and comfort are also important to apply to someone who wants to establish a successful restaurant. And finally, effective leadership from restaurant operators is also important if they want to success in business, especially in the restaurant business. Thank you.
This is some photos for the shop and inside photo of the shop. Okay, that's all our presentation. Thank you.